All right, time for some chair yoga. Let's do this. Let's see, I'm missing a couple of things here. One more minute. All right, let's get started with some chair yoga. Get myself set up here properly. Thanks for joining me this morning. Let's see, today is Monday, August 24th, which means March, April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. Been doing some live streaming classes for the last 5 months. Wow. So took a little road trip. That was fun. Was pretty good. Did some good live streaming around the country, which worked out fairly well. I was missed a couple of classes just from being places where I wasn't getting a signal. But everything else worked out pretty good. Glad to be home now and start a whole nother session. Good morning. Hi, Marie. Hi, John. Happy Monday. Yes. Yeah, thanks for joining me. I was just going through the last week, and today is August 24th, so that means I've been doing live streaming classes for 5 months, which is just seems really strange, but good. So we'll keep it going this morning, starting with our chair yoga, seated, comfortably seated, and we'll get going. Let me make sure everything is tip-top here. We can turn that one off, and everything else looks pretty good. Just adjusting your volume at home, wherever you are. So seated, we're out towards the edge of the chair a little bit here, so our bottoms are just right out towards the edge. We got some movement through the legs, feet right underneath of the knees. Open up the shoulders, set your shoulders into your back, and we'll just start with some breathing. Let's see, who else we got? Good morning, Elaine. Happy Monday to you, too. So good to be home. Get some regular sessions going. So we'll start with just our breathing in and out through the nose. Take a little time here to really focus in on some breathing, where you're feeling it. So through the ribs, through the belly, through the chest, throat and in and out through the nose. Taking some time. So my son, Peter, is home now, so he's doing a little bit of his own quarantining since he had to fly home. But he is doing really well and he looks good. He's eager to get back to work and do some stuff around Port Orchard, some music. So it's good to have him around. Made him go out and mow the yard yesterday. As we're breathing, just start to feel your neck, and specifically the head, nicely balanced on top of the spine. So the neck holds the head right on top, the skull. So we're just going to take a moment as we're breathing to feel that nicely balanced, a little forward and back, a little side to side. And just starting there, very light, calm, peaceful, and just that nice balance. Shoulders, trying to get our shoulders level. And open through the chest, a little squeeze through the shoulder blades. Good to get those shoulders moving a little bit as you're breathing, to feel your back. Feel that little bit of squeeze back there. A little bit of squeeze. And then we'll gently press the shoulders down into the back, activating those back muscles. Feels good. And then if you want to, just start to create a little cat-cow. So a seated cat-cow. Inhale, pull the shoulders back, create a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, contract in the chest, shoulders coming forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, contract. Keep that going. Let's see what we got. Lila, enjoying a little chair yoga with us. Everybody can benefit from a little chair yoga. If you're not sure about your yoga practice, chair yoga is a great way to get that started. And of course, to share it with our elders who don't feel comfortable getting on the floor. Chair yoga is great. Gives you all the benefits of a regular mat class without getting on the floor or getting into a position that you're not comfortable with. So our little cat-cow. Add a little more of the back. So all the way down to the hips. So we're contracting. Squeeze your bottom. Inhale and pull the shoulders back. Lift the little chin. Squeeze. Tighten up your bottom a little bit on that cat pose. Let's get one more. And we'll center it. Ear to shoulder, gently opening up that side neck area. Ear to shoulder. And as you let the head drop over, let the shoulder drop away. Head drop over, let the shoulder drop away. Just an easy warm up. We got the spine. We're going to do a little twist, so hand to opposite knee, just a little look back. So it starts at the belly, then the ribs, shoulders, and the head at the end, other side. So a little twist. A little twist. Just warming the spine. And we'll come back to center. Let's come forward. Use the tops of the thighs to support a little fold. Pull the belly in, roll it right back up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, expand. So pressing those palms. Inhale, exhale. So this is your own breathing time. We'll bring the palms forward, lift the heels, pressing into the toes. So fingers and toes. Let's let those heels drop. We'll bring the palms in. Easy press through the wrists. And center, we'll lift the elbows, shoulders back a little more, rotating. Fingers in, fingers out. Keep that breath moving. And we'll open it up, palms. Gently try to press those fingers down, almost like you're trying to draw your fingertips back towards the elbow. And then we'll open. Shoulders, drawing the elbows back behind you really activates the back. We'll get a little lift of the chin and then bring it all forward. A little wrap here. Give yourself a nice big hug. Start to contract in the belly. And we'll inhale, elbows up, 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 open, and floating down. Nice, let's do that one again. So fingers, wrists, a little length right up the front of each wrist. Draw the elbows back. Open up the chest, big hug coming in. Wrap it, contract in the belly, tighten up your bottom again. Just a couple of breaths. Elbows, inhale up, open, and floating down. We'll use the chair here for a little support. If you want to open up the legs a little more. Getting a little more support from the legs and open stance. Just taking your time, working the breath. You start to feel it through the core because you're holding yourself with those core muscles. Starting to press into your feet. And we'll take it up over the top. Let that arm circle and center. Other side. Up over the top circle, and center. One more each side. Nice. Coming back to center. So our legs are open here. A little stretch through that inner thigh. Just a little press. Just a little press. So hip sockets, inner thigh, your feet firmly into the floor. And if you'd like to come up, you could do a little just testing. If you need more support, you can always put a chair in front of you as well, which is a good option if you're a little unstable on your feet, or just holding those hips off of the chair, building some strength, drawing in through the belly. Give those toes a little wiggle here. And we'll let the heels drop, walk it in. Inhale. Expand, open up the chest. Inhale. Airplane coming forward, let your fingers fly back. Inhaling up. And we'll bring the palms in, press. A little rotation. Take it around. Again, that rotation through the belly, a little twist, warming up the spine. And we'll come back to center, get a little fold forward. Let the head go. Pull the belly in, rolling right up through the spine and the shoulder. Little shoulder roll, just to reset those shoulders. Let me check in here. Kim. Hi, Kim. Thanks for watching. So we have people who are checking in, which is nice, just getting a little glimpse of what we're doing here. Inhale up, expand. Inhale, airplane. Inhale up, right down the center. Press those palms, get some energy, lining up the fingers. And then legs, again, will open it up. So hip sockets, pressing in or holding, just really finding what works for you. What is the best position where you feel strength, you feel confident. We'll let those hips settle and walk it in. One knee with a little ankle circle. So this is us just warming up the leg. Start to lift from the chest. If you want to let go, adds a little more core work, which is always good. And we'll bring it in. Easy stretch here, just a little opener. Chest forward and release. We're not going to hold it too long. We'll do some deeper stretches later on. Other side. Ankle. So this is where we start to lift the chest and let go, adding more core work, more core strength. So you just do any variation of what I'm doing that works for you. Working at your level is the best option. Lots of lift. If you want a little lean forward, just warming things up. I feel that one in the hip there. We'll let it release. Inhale. expand. Let those fingers fly back. Really squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale. Airplane coming forward. Scooping out the belly. Inhale up. Right down the center. Press those palms. Let's come forward with a deeper fold. If you want to use a block here or the floor, you can get your feet underneath of you and even lift the hips up off of the chair, getting a little more hamstring. So just see what works for you. And we'll let those hips settle, roll it up. Getting a good warm up this morning. Let's open up those legs, hips, and we'll take the arms out. Just a little tip, push into that foot, that leg, inhale up. Just an easy side to side, so you can tell we're really working through the core, which is always good, helps keep our spine healthy and strong. One more. We'll bring those palms in, walk it in. Inhale. On this one, turn it to the side. We'll open up, hand to opposite knee, and then a little look back. So again, right through the belly, twisting. Inhale up and side. Rotating around. Inhale up. One more. Right up to the top. And we'll bring it in heart center. Again, just a press. Line those fingers up. Make some circles with the fingers. And open those palms right up. Turn the palms over, press. Coming forward like airplane. And then release the arms, we'll drop the head. Nice big fold here. Again, if your feet are right underneath of the knees, you want to lift the hips. Hamstrings. Just getting the blood moving. You can always, again, have another chair in front of you for support, or a block or a stool, anything that gives you a little more support. Pull the belly in, roll it up. Reset the shoulders. We'll take the chin. So we're trying to keep the shoulders still. Coming around. Easy side. And center. Let's go shoulders up by the ears, that little bit of a squeeze, and then release it. So we contract, squeeze it up, and release. One more. Squeeze and release. Close your eyes just for a moment. Feel your feet, wiggle your toes. Get those toes really wiggling. And then we'll press the heels up. Lift the toes. Just working through the feet a little more. And we'll let those feet settle. One more for the legs. Press a little inner thigh. So this is a good way to give yourself some resistance. So you push on the inner knee and then you try to draw your knees together. So you're using the arms for a little bit of resistance, pressing into that inner knee and trying to draw the knees in. And release if you want to come up. A little more strength through the legs, you can always hold it. Right in through the belly, a little lift through the pelvic floor. So lifting those deep internal muscles. We'll let the hips settle and bring it right in. One more fold right down. Pull the belly in, one vertebra at a time, and come on up. So in a safe environment, being able to fold forward and let the blood come down around the face and the brain is really good for our brain oxygen. We're ready to stand. Come on up. We'll move around to the back of the chair, keeping the chair for a little support if you need it. A little more weight over the ankles and the feet as we stand, and then just working, lift the heels, rock back on the heels, wiggle your toes. And if you would like a little more balance, so heels up, the chair is there. Really feeling the calves working, that lower leg right up through the quads. And we'll let the heels drop, rock back on the heels. Wiggle those toes. So again, just working at your level here. If you want to let go of the chair, test your balance. Nice. We're going to open up the feet just a little wider base. Inhale up. One arm comes down using the hip for support. Inhale up. Just a little lateral, start to warm the side body, the spine. Keep it going. We'll get a couple more. Just want to thank people for joining me, supporting. And we'll take it right up to the top fingertips. If you can, press the palms and we'll bring it right down the center. We'll use the chair here. Forward fold. Give those legs a little bend and straighten. As we're tipping forward, we've got lots of support. And then pull the belly in. Let's roll it up. From here, walking the hips back, we'll get a little longer stretch. Adding in the shoulder and the spine right over the hips. Walk it right back in and reset. Let's take the arms just gently around the back. Lifting the chest, a little baby back bend here. Again, just working at your level, draw the shoulders back. That's our main goal, is just trying to get the shoulders to contract back. This helps with our posture. Strengthening the back, stretching the chest. And release. Again, hips, long arms. If you can, let the head go. And then we'll walk it right back in. A little lift. Excellent. Inhale. Expand. Inhale. Airplane. Push those hips back. So in our airplane, we're kind of sticking the bottom out, flattening the spine. Inhale up, down the center, forward fold. Rolling it right back up. Let's do that one again. Inhale, expand. Inhale, airplane. Inhale, reach. Down the center and folding forward. If you can, go ahead, let the head go. And we'll roll it right back up. Big shoulder roll. Again, opening up the feet. Inhale, climbing the rope. So a little reach, stretch, lift. Just trying to pull yourself up, lifting the ribs away from the hips. And we'll bring it down, walk those hips back so that long spine, letting the head release. Soft knees, walk it in. Let's do a little flow here. So we'll start with one side. Inhale up. Step open. Expand. Inhale. Airplane, nice and wide with the feet. Open up your knees. Inhale, reach. We'll bring the palms in and let one foot slide over for a little balance. Just a couple of breaths. If you want to bring that foot up a little higher or keep it low for a little kickstand. And we'll bring it in. Heading back. Inhale. Step open. Expand. Inhale. Airplane, open up your knees, flatten the back, reach. We'll bring it in and let that foot slide over, a little balance on this side. So toes, or if you want to bring the foot up. And the chair is there always for a little support. We'll bring it in a little bit quicker. Inhale. Expand. Inhale. Airplane. Inhale and stepping. Balance. 2 breaths. And we'll bring it in. Heading back. Expand. Inhale. Airplane. Reach. And balance, taking that moment. Again, inhale, expand, airplane, reach, and balance. One more. Two breaths. And we'll bring it in. Walk those hips. Getting those hamstrings warmed up. Feels good. Getting the shoulders, the spine warmed up. Walk it in. Again, standing tall. If you can bring those arms around the back. Just a little squeeze between the shoulder blades. A little baby back bend. So keeping your glutes tight, gently pressing the hips forward. And recover. Let's use the chair here. We're going to extend one leg. So you can go toes out the back, or you can tip it over and get a little more reach, really using that supporting leg to support right underneath of you. Strong supporting leg. We'll bring it in. Other side. Toes, or a little tip it over. Use that leg. Stretch strong. And we'll bring it in. Nicely done. Let's open it up. I'm going to draw the chair around for a little more support. We'll do some sunflowers. So a wider stance. Toes are slightly turned out. Inhale up. Exhale, scoop. Get some big full breaths here. Inhaling at the top. Release at the bottom. So it's a big movement. Full inhalation, full exhalation. This is like our big cardio move to warm up the body. Really working the lungs. Excellent. Let's get one more. Right up to the top, and we'll bring it in. Press. Sun Goddess. So make sure that you have support if you need it. We're really building strength through the legs, feet right underneath of the knees. Inhale, reach, stretch. Exhale, coming right back in. Drawing in through the belly. So again, that pelvic floor lift and lower abdominals. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Ready to bring it in. Stretch those legs. Chair is there. Push your heels out so the toes are straight ahead. Take a look. Feel your foot pressing into the floor. We'll come forward with a straddle. Lots of support. Just trying to stretch right up the backs of the legs, right up over the hips. And come on up. A little baby back bend. Legs stretched. And then center and just a little movement through your hips here. So right in the hip socket. Really helps to loosen it up for our warriors. So I want to keep those hips loose. Nice. Warrior 1. Warrior 2, actually. So toes, arm, let that other arm drift back, and we'll take a little lunge. Now you can always do this from the chair if you need to, seated. Just working the same position. Take a couple of breaths. When we look down, we can see our big toe right inside of the knee. Gives us the proper alignment. Stretch, and we'll bring it in. Let's switch the feet. Toes in, toes out, other side. So arm, let that other arm drift back, a little lunge. Again, just checking our alignment, a little glance. And we'll stretch it straight, toes around to the front. Coming forward, straddle. So again, lots of support. You feel the weight right over the whole foot. Maybe a little lift through the arches. Coming right back up. Let's start on our first side. Arm, this time we'll keep the legs straight for a little triangle. Reach. So right at the top of the knee, it's a good place for support. If you need extra support, the chair is always good. Take a little glance up if you can. See if that arm is just straight up from your shoulder. And we're just pushing our feet into the floor to really get some length up to the hips. You can let that top arm drop behind the back, opening up that top shoulder. And we're ready to come up. Release it. Let's switch it. So toes in, toes around to the other side. And in case we need the chair, it's there. Arm. Straight legs. Reach and tip it over. Top of the knee. So we don't put too much pressure right at the knee or using the chair. Take a little glance. Straight up and down, or letting that arm drop behind the back. Open up the shoulder. Really stretch through those legs. Feel like you're pushing into the earth with your feet. Come on up. Let's bring it in. Toes to the front. We'll draw it right back around. So let's see. Feet straight ahead. Looks good. Inhale. Expand. Inhale. And fold. Lots of support, letting the head go a little more each time. And roll it, bring it up. We got one more. So toes, arm, let that other arm drift back. We'll take our warrior 2. So check your alignment. And then we'll open up the front palm, reverse warrior. So we keep the lunge, keep your legs, but using support from the chair, from the back leg, reaching up, a little glance up to those fingers. And we'll bring it down. Stretch that front leg. Ready to switch it. Toes in, toes to the back. Warrior two. Knee right over the toes, good alignment. We'll open up the front palm. Sweep. Reverse warrior. And come on down, stretch those legs, and we'll bring the toes in. Let's walk those feet in, coming into a long stretch. A little extra for the hamstrings. Straighten those knees out as best we can. And walk those feet in. Take a moment in your mountain. So mountain pose, just opening up the palms, feet right underneath the hips. Just give me one moment. All right. Just needed that moment to go. So we're still here in our mountain. Let's bring it in and we'll take a little tree pose. Everything's on. Looks good. Okay. So tree. Make sure you've got support. You can keep those toes for a little kickstand or bring it up. Chair there for support. And pretty much arms can be wherever, whatever works for you. Our tree is very personal pose, really, because it's really about what works for you to balance. Working on our balance. So agility and balance are one of the things that we start to lose as we get older, as we age. So we really want to just work on it, just doing it wherever we are. Let's switch sides and we'll get a couple of times each side. So tree on the other side, that foot can be anywhere. It can be up the leg, it can be right on the floor. It's really more about thinking about support on that stabilized, supporting leg. And sometimes we need both feet on the floor. which is fine. And again, those arms can be anywhere you want. We're going to switch it again. So you can just move yourself from one side of the chair to the other, or just stay right behind the chair. I'm just moving it so you can see where my legs are. But if you already know where you need your legs to be, your feet, thinking about lifting so that we're not sitting in the hip. We really want lots of lift up that supporting side. We're going to do one more switch. And think about that lift. Nice. Let's bring it in. Walk those hips. Get a little more looseness. And then we're going to do another balance like we did in our warm-up, where one leg extends out the back and then tipping it over. So it's like an extended warrior, where if you wanted to add your arms here, you definitely can. But trying to keep the hips and the shoulders squared off so your hips not pulling you off balance. Keep everything straight ahead. And we'll bring it in. Let's try that on the other side. Leg. Even if the toes are touching back there, that's fine. Just finding what works for you. Squaring off the hips and the shoulders. And we'll bring it in. Step together. Let's work one more, and we'll bring the feet together. So this is a balance with both feet right on the floor, but our feet are close together. So ankle bones, toe buds, everything lined up right next to each other. So it's like one foot. So it's a little unsteady already, so the chair is there. And then if you want to, close your eyes and feel those feet together underneath of you. Light touch on the chair if you can. Maybe over the toes, over the heels, for a little extra challenge. And then we'll center both feet. So try to get even weight over both feet, front, back, side to side. And we'll open up the eyes. Nicely done. Let's get one more. Long. This is like our modified downward facing dog. So down dog is one of our important stretches, important poses, because it lengthens the hamstrings right up the back of the leg. It lengthens across the hips, down the spine, across the shoulder and the arm. And again, if you want to let the head go, soft knees, ready to walk it right back in. Big shoulder roll back to our mountain pose. Feet are about hip distance in your mountain pose. You can also close your eyes here too, just to give yourself that extra balance, light touch on the chair if you need it. Just working a little extra balance, agility, stability. And we'll open up the eyes. Nice. Let's come back to a seated. So making sure your chair, good support. Sitting right on the edge. Hips right out towards the edge of the chair because we're going to work these legs again. Just a bigger stretch, deeper stretch. Knee, ankle. And a little point and flex. It's a little chilly this morning, so I had to put my fuzzy socks on. If you want to let go of that leg, engage abdominals. We usually just take every opportunity to really try to engage our belly muscles. So important for supporting the spine. And we'll bring it in. Ankle right over the knee. A little bit of pressure. This is also a very important pose for our yoga practice. Our seated pigeon. Bringing the chest forward if you can. Taking some long, slow breaths here. Trying to draw the belly in so we get a little extra fold. And we'll bring the chest up, a little twist towards the knee, looking back over the shoulder. That little bit of twist. And really using your eyes to look. Come on back. Let's release that leg. Other side. So knee, ankle. Start to lift the chest, engage abdominals, breathing. And then a little point and flex. You still got that leg going? Nice. We'll bring it right over the knee. And just wander off and leave you with your legs sticking out there. So lots of lift right up the back. Gentle pressure right on the knee. And then if you want that extra Yeah, this is one of the places where we really just want to take some extra time. And we'll lift, a little twist. And release. Get those feet right on the floor. Walk those hips back into the chair a little more. And we'll soften the eyes if you want to go palms up. Just feeling the eyelids, the eyebrows soft, and the face. So the jaw relaxed, the face, no tension through the face, the throat, and letting those shoulders do their thing where they just drop back. Really helps to let the shoulders relax if you're lifted right through the sternum and have the belly in. One more big slow breath. And we'll bring the palms in, heart center. I always want to end with positive. So our gratitude, what you're grateful for. For everybody, it might be something different. So just hanging on and sending out that gratitude. Thank you for joining me this morning. And thank you for supporting. Again, just sharing. Share the videos. Send them out to people that you think might enjoy joining us. And we'll keep it going here. Peace. Namaste. Excellent. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. See you this evening. If you're going to join for a little mat class, always good to add some extra in. Bye for now.